Money Moves with Myth 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a mother movie. So today, um, we're gonna jump straight into the topic. So this is for all the poor African American black man and poor men in general who fit the same narrative that people are gonna look at you as, like, if you're poor, you might have high hopes to become successful. You know, you might have high hopes to become successful, but if you're poor, most people are going to continuously look at you like you're poor. Nobody's going to expect you, or nobody's expecting you to go from making $30,000 to 100 to 300K a year. Nobody's expecting that, especially for modern American black men. You know, most people in this most people in this country look at it as if you got it or you don't. You got it or you don't. So if you're successful, you're successful. If you don't, but if you're poor and people know you as to be poor, that means you're working class. You don't really have any skills right at the moment. You're making the least amount of wages that you can make in the state that you're in. Then nobody's going to expect you to blossom into something that's more and more important, guys, because being successful is to modern American people is important. So a lot of times we stay in the non-important side of things to people. you know um and this is why I think that it's very difficult for modern American men and people, black men, to actually come up, because it's a mental thing. Meaning that if you end up getting a lump sum for $5,000 and you feel like you're on top of the world because you never had any money before, then most people are still gonna look at you. Most people are still gonna look at you as poor. They're not gonna think that you just came up, you feeling good about yourself. No, people are still gonna treat you, based off the fact of them prejudging you, because we live in a prejudgment society. A lot of people are gonna prejudge you, and a lot of times, in the African American community with black men, we didn't see where we got guys who is 50 years old, guys who's 65, guys who's 70, who are homeless. A lot of black men, a lot of places are homeless, and a lot of times this narrative, the narrative of the Pookie and Ray Ray epidemic, gets passed on to any black man. So you got it extra hard, because 9 times out of 10, if you're a black man, everybody's going to think, every other race, including your own race, is going to think that you're poor and have the Pookie and Ray Ray mindset. So this is why there's no need to impress when you're coming up. This is why there's no need to feel some type of way where you have to be flashy, where you just came up on 5,000 or you just came up on 10 grand and you're going around, you bought you some new sneakers. Now you want people to perceive that you're financially successful. But still yet, people are still going to treat you like you're poor, because it's a known fact that usually when people see you and the way you act and the way you spend money and the way you carry yourself, people can tell what class you're in. You know, I know a lot of people see me every day. A lot of you guys see me online every day, and you see me. You know, I don't really care about, you know, my image and stuff like that right now. And they be like, look at his sweater, look the way he dressed, look at his facial expression, and people prejudge you. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people put me in that poor category. You know, which they will be right. You know, they will be right to put me in that poor category, because it's not known for me. Like, even though I'm doing better than most modern American black people and other people who are homeless and stuff, I still have things. Like, I might have a new car and stuff like that, but still yet, when people see me, they can naturally tell that, you know, you ain't getting it like that. They know. You know, and they might not know. A lot of times, a lot of us, we dress like we it's good to dress poor so you can come up, you know, so people don't really think you got nothing, especially if you're in the hood, you know. But like I was saying, people are not expecting you to become successful. Nobody thinks that you, the guy who was selling cigarettes at a train station, you know, the guy like myself, a guy who was selling cigarettes at a train station, a guy who used to be sleeping on a bench. I'm talking about this, a motivation for you guys at the end of this video. So just take me for example. Like, even though I'm not rich and I'm not financially successful, I'm further than I was 5 years ago. Meaning that nobody knew that I would be driving in the car that I have today. Nobody knew I would have a driver's license. Like, when a lot of other people who talked about me, when they see me sleeping on the bench in Houston, when they see me sleeping outside in Atlanta, when they see me selling cigarettes and Port Hustling, a lot of people would think, and they would never think that you can overcome your obstacles. But this is a mental game. It's a mental game. You have to stay mentally focused, because you don't want people to think about you like that. I didn't want people to think about me like that, but now when people see me, it's no way possible that dude was just sleeping on a bench. You know, maybe if they see me without the car, without the crib and stuff, without the car keys and stuff, then they can probably put me in a homeless category, because the way I dress, like, I'm not dressing to impress, you know, which I want to in the future, but there's no reason to, because people are still going to, you know, put you in a certain category, because we live in a society where nobody wants you to become successful. Nobody wants you to be that flashy black man or that flashy man who done outdid them, you know, who can go to the bank and go grab $25,000 out the bank and go on vacation, you know, and have all this free time. Nobody wants to see that. You know, nobody wants to see that. So the most important thing for us to do is not worry about other people, and specifically stay focused and believe in yourself, because most people are not going to believe in you and believe that you can come from working at McDonald's to becoming a very highly respected and financially successful individual. So guys, this is all I got for the video. I'm gonna holler at you guys next time. Make sure you guys thumbs up. Over and out.